So if you want to turn on your video, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, do we have any ladies in the room? Feel free. And then if you're not talking, turn your microphone off. And just like last coaching sessions, this is all about asking questions and sharing what you know, and even answering questions, because I don't know everything. And for the first few minutes, I like to do a presentation because I'm always working on something. So Joseph, if you can turn off your microphone, that'd be great. And then I'm always working on like adding content to our masterclass and other courses and things like that. And so I want to do a presentation, take a few minutes, and then we'll open it up for discussion. I hope you're all involved in that. Cool. So we had a ton of people register. I think we went to 40, but looks like we have the core with us, the core group of fellas. Awesome. So the two URLs, my favorite URLs are the masterclass URL, nachi.org/masterclass, and nachi.org/webinar. And one of the cool things about the webinar URL, we have InterNACHI webinars. We're starting to put up all of the sessions from the upcoming online conference. We were supposed to be in California, having a lot of fun in California, but COVID changed all that. So next year, October 2021, we have the hotel and the convention site all ready to go. But we decided this year for 2020 to go online and do a virtual conference. And so if you wanted to attend any of the sessions, they're all here. So I hope you can see that. So the first one is you can scan it, it's electric. So there's the Pro Inspectors Convention 2020 online. And you can just register for that. Or any of them. So there's, I don't know how many sessions there are. So right now we have all of these, but I think there's like 20 sessions or something. It's all free online. I would register for all of them so that you can go in and out of any of them. If you like go into John Gillam's presentation, he's a real estate agent and he tells home inspectors how to market themselves to real estate agents. And so that's this one here. But if you think it's boring, you can just pop out and go to Troy Bishop's maybe, or Jim Crumb's about suroscopes. So I would go to this URL, where am I? nachi.org/webinar, and sign up for the sessions. Free online. If you don't attend, it's okay. We'll send you a link so you can watch it later. If you do attend, we're going to have some formalized registration processes so that you can get the CE. So we have state CE approvals coming, and for anything that InterNACHI does, you can upload the CE into your education log. So go to nachi.org/webinar and click all those things. Sound good? Any questions about the convention coming up? It's online. And the next live in-person convention is 2021, and we'll send out information about that. All right, I want to do a little presentation. There's a phone call listener. I'm gonna pass on that. So you gotta come in live. So I want to talk about the home inspector's basic math for success, and then we can talk about it afterwards and ask questions. But again, we can talk about anything you want. But I had some thoughts about the basic math for success. It's belief plus attitude plus preparation plus value equals success. And I don't know if you know, but I actually have a teaching certificate. I was a high school math teacher for a couple of years. So I think about math a lot. So let's learn about success from a master inspector and two home inspection vendors from our home inspection industry about the math for success, including Brody, my buddy Brody Lotz from AmPro Inspections, who built a successful home inspection business by cold calling Kevin Wagstaff from Spectora Software about having enough confidence to invite real estate agents to an online coffee meeting. And also Rodrigo Gomez from Elite Inspections in Southern California, who actually asks real estate agents and his clients to snap an Instagram picture in front of the house that he just inspected. So I've got a few dozen slides in just a few minutes. So hold on, here we go. Let's learn about each factor in this math calculation and how InterNACHI business resources and marketing strategies can help you in each category to deepen your belief, to build your attitude of positive anticipation, I call it, as you make time to prepare for your inspection work and as you deliver fantastic perceived value to your clients. These are the 4 basic math factors, and they're all related to being assertive in your belief, being assertive in your attitude, being assertive in your preparation, being assertive in your value, not passive and not aggressive, and not just average or adequate, not terrible. A lot of people say, "Oh, how was the movie?" It wasn't terrible. It wasn't bad. You don't want to be that either. You want to be assertive, because being assertive is a marketing strategy and a style of conducting business that we see in many successful home inspection businesses. So be assertive, be confident, decisive, self-assured, sure, certain, firm, and positive. Brody Lotz of AmPro Inspections is a great example of a home inspector who was assertive in his belief, preparation, and value. He did a recent webinar at nachi.org/webinars, where Brody talked about being assertive in cold calling, believing in his company, and boosting his inspection business. And if we just take a clip out of that, let's see how this works.
But I'm telling you that cold calling is the most cost-effective way to get out there and get your name known and sell your business. So lots of people don't like to impose themselves on others, right? And that's one thing that I hear a lot is that, well, you know, I don't like to be a burden on people. I don't like to annoy people. You saw that statistic. Well, the thing is like, if you believe in your product, if you believe in your business, why aren't you out there telling people? They're not going to magically find you. They're not going to, you know, you can have the greatest website in the world and you can be the best inspector. No one is going to buy your services they don't know about you. All right, so another reason why people hate cold calling is because they don't like rejection. And that's a normal feeling. I don't like to be rejected either. But guess what? Back in high school, you know, that girl that you want to go out with, or for you ladies out there, that guy that you want to go out to the prom with, they went with whoever asked them. If you didn't ask them, they weren't going to the prom with you, unless you were lucky enough that they happened to ask you. All right, so
he starts talking about asking people to do things, just cold calling and asking people to refer their clients to his business. So he's got the guts. Well, he's a military man, so nothing shakes him. So he's assertive. So we want you to be assertive in your marketing. Tell people visually why you should be hired. And if you need help in your marketing, I talk about this a lot. You have an InterNACHI member marketing team who work for you, and they can design anything you want in your marketing. And I really like the home maintenance book. You can customize the cover of the home maintenance book. And the marketing team upgraded their website finally. And you know, I like the logos that they put up. So if you don't have a logo, or if you do have a logo and you want to redesign it and make it look really good, these illustrators and designers, man, they're really good. We're really proud of them. And there's honey inspections with the drone feature on it. So you're not alone. You have an entire marketing team that works for you. Be assertive in your marketing, be assertive in your emails, your phone calls, and your website. In your emails, like promise to be on time. In your phone calls, pick up the phone and be totally confident that you're going to convert this call into a scheduled job and that you can make the final decision to maybe price the right on the phone, right? And you anticipate success in your inspection business when you pick up that phone. You don't know how many home inspectors, how many members I've called, and they don't even pick up the phone. And when they do, there's a bunch of noise in the background, they're shopping or something like that, and they pick it up just as if I was their buddy, right? They're using their personal phone as their business phone, and they pick it up and they're not really serious. So be assertive in your website. Prove that you're the best inspector. I don't know if you've seen my website. This is a fake website. I don't do home inspections for clients anymore, but I teach from my website, my fake website. When I do a home inspection, there's usually a camera going. And this is pretty assertive. You found the best inspector. People land on a website. It's basically just to confirm that you exist and that they found an inspector to hire. So you might as well tell them that you found the best inspector. No one is going to a website to learn about what a home inspection is. That was 20 years ago. What is a home inspection? What's involved in a home inspection? What will I inspect? All they want to know is basically price. Hopefully they're not price shopping, or value. They're looking for the reason why you should be hired. And one of the main reasons why I should be hired is because I'm the best. And I can prove it, but by I have a page that says why I'm the best, right? I performed a ton of inspections. I'm certified like crazy, right? I've got all of the certification logos. I have a buyback guarantee. I use infrared on every inspection. So you have to be assertive in your website. Give me the reasons why you think I should hire you. And then be assertive in your presentations. If you're doing presentations for real estate agents, we have all the resources you need to do a presentation at that URL, nachi.org/presentations. Tell everyone in the next few minutes, not that you're thorough and that you take lots of pictures and that you have insurance or that you're even InterNACHI's certified. No one cares that you're InterNACHI's certified, right? What they really care about is that they have a problem and they're wanting you to fix it. Or they have a situation, a concern, and they need you to address it. They need to move into a house that has no big problems. Are you the home inspector who could do that for them? Tell them why in just a few minutes. Don't go over what everyone else says. I'm trained. I'm certified. I do pictures. Who cares about that? You have to be assertive in how you meet someone, especially for the first time, and how you talk during an inspection. With a smile and a handshake, you only get one chance for a first impression. So be assertive in how you speak and communicate as you walk and talk during the inspection. For example, when you comment on an observed defect, you don't want to be wishy-washy. You want to be concise and clear with your words. If you start to say a lot of words about the hole in the roof and patty cake the truth and soften it, that only leads to trouble with your clients and their agents. And in relation to being assertive with your real estate agents, Kevin Wagstaff from Spectora Software did a recent webinar with me about inviting real estate agents to an online Zoom meeting, which takes some confidence. Kevin talked about that in this video.
All right. For those of you that that work with agents or in an area, I know there's some areas that are going to be locked down a little longer than others. So through May even, where agents may still not want to meet with you face to face. That's okay, because if you have a backup of saying, hey, let's just do a quick Zoom, would love to chat, would love to see how I can help your business, love to see how you're doing, that really resonates and makes an impression with agents. And Zoom's free. You can sign up for a free account and do unlimited meetings. So to me, there's no excuse for not offering that up as an alternative.
And also, you don't have to think about doing it on your laptop. You can download the app and do a Zoom meeting on your phone.
Yeah. And one kind of, I guess, if it takes the edge off of it, or the nature to, or the instinct to feel kind of like you have to be completely buttoned up. It's like, hey, would love to just have coffee with you over Zoom. You could both be sitting there sipping your coffee, you know, at your breakfast table. So agents are really open to this. I want everyone to realize that. Like I think, I don't know what perception many inspectors have of agents. I know a ton of agents. I used to be one. I frequented them a lot. They love doing this technology thing. So it's like, and they're totally open to it. Even if the average agent is a 55-year-old woman, they're pretty good. They tinker a lot. So you can feel okay saying, hey, let's figure this out together. Like, trust me, your Zoom's not going to work. It's not going to open up properly. Like, there's things that are going to happen, but if you just kind of can laugh it off and say, hey, that's just technology. Like, we'll figure this out. You'll be fine.
Love Kevin. He's awesome from Spectora. Be assertive, like InterNACHI's certified professional inspector, Rodrigo Gomez of Elite Inspections in Rialto, California. If you check out his Instagram, it's instagram.com/SoCal_home inspector. I really like his Instagram. And there he is. He's bold enough to ask his clients and real estate agents to actually hold up his marketing in his Instagram picture. Inside that, I asked him, inside that folder is the home inspection report and the home maintenance book and other marketing materials. So it's customized. If you want InterNACHI marketing team to customize something for you, it's like a manila folder, right? And you put all of your client's stuff in there so it doesn't fall out. And then you take a picture of it, right? But he also like celebrates agents, because if you're at a home inspection, man, you should be celebrating the agent's success. You know, you have to think about other folks. They're there because they just sold a house or they're about to take it to closing, right? So what Rodriguez does is he thanks Jenny Izumi of Berkshire Hathaway for your continued trust. You know, that's pretty amazing. He's celebrating his real estate agent's success. He does it in this one. Congrats in advance to the Felix family. The Felix family just bought that house. And Lucy Mayo of Compass, Pasadena. I guess that's the real estate agent in Pasadena. So be assertive in your marketing in various ways, even in your social media. And the roots of being assertive is your belief, right? So do you believe actually in what you do? Do you believe that you provide a really valuable inspection service? You have something that people find so valuable and it makes their lives so much better that they're willing to give you their hard-earned money. So do you believe in your company? Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe that you're knowledgeable and skilled enough to do a great home inspection? Do you believe that your clients are better off by having hired you? And these aren't just ideas or tips I put on a slideshow. These are beliefs that you have in your heart and your core without any doubt. A deep belief that the cost of your service is well worth it. A deep belief that your business does what your business does for people is overwhelmingly valuable in comparison to the cost. Do you believe your home inspection company provides overwhelming perceived value to people? Because in general, in business, if the perceived value is greater than the cost, then it's a good decision. So the first factor is a deep belief. That's one of the factors in the basic math. Until you believe, mediocre is all you are. So don't be ordinary. Don't be of moderate quality. Don't be not great or not terrible either. Just adequate. And don't be just adequate, right? Believe that what you do makes people's lives so much better, that what you do is so overwhelmingly valuable, and that your business is exceptionally different from all the rest. You have to be different, amazingly different, with overwhelmingly perceived value for your clients. So much value that people pay top dollar for your service. If you don't believe that you're different and valuable, don't expect to be exceptionally successful. The math doesn't work. And the second factor is attitude of positive anticipation. And that means, for example, you can open your emails every morning and just expect new jobs to be scheduled for you. Because remember, you have online scheduling on your website, right? Your website is converting site visitors into clients while you're sleeping. So you expect emails in your inbox of scheduled jobs. And with certainty, you can answer the phone. Like I said, I've called many home inspectors and they do not answer the phone with any assuredness that they're the right inspector. They're just assuming that it's football night buddy calling up. To help you positively anticipate new inspection jobs, InterNACHI sends members inspection job leads for free. Go to that URL, nachi.org/inspection-leads. Don't pay for leads. InterNACHI search engines finds people on the internet looking for a certified professional inspector in your zip codes. And we send those people to your website. So you have to update your profile with a website. And if you don't have a website, I can teach you how to make one in just a few minutes. And it's beautiful. So go to nachi.org/inspection-leads. And nowadays, you don't have to spend $2,000 to $4,000 on a website. It's about $12 a month for a really good website. They have templates and it's drag and drop. If you're writing an inspection report using software, you can build your own website, business website. And after a potential client visits your website, they're going to call you to hire you, right? So with an attitude of certainty, you can answer that phone call, that business phone call, and convert that call with a client. How do you do it? What do you say? Well, we have a customer service and communications course, and there's a chapter in there called Phone Talk. We tell you exactly what to say and help you answer the phone and convert that phone call. So go to the education page at nachi.org/education and type in customer. So here's our education page. Go to the search field on the left, type in customer. We've got 2 customer service and communications courses. Call Me Now buttons. InterNACHI provides members with Call Me Now buttons. And here's how it works. Visit my website, right? And the call to action button is right there, schedule now. And there's a couple options. You can schedule online on my website. I tell you when I'm available. You can call me at night from 7 to 9. Some people are hesitant to call a business at night. But if you tell them, like I leave open dinner time, right? From 4 to 7 and family time. But 7 to 9, you can call me. I'll schedule a phone call. I'll schedule a call. Who wants to, anybody online? Can you go to Big Ben Inspections and call me now? Does anybody want to try that? See how it works? Let's see if it works. Anyone want to do it? You want to go to Big Ben Inspections and click Call Me Now? Any volunteers? Anybody clicking that button? Aaron, you're smiling a little bit. Are you doing it? Oh, Caleb? Let's see. Let's see if I got my phone hooked up right. I was going to show you. Oh, let me show you. Oh, sorry. Please slide this over. A potential client, Caleb. Let's see. Potential client, Caleb, wants to call them. So I'm calling you. I'm going to call. So this is me calling a site visitor, right? I also get a text. Hey, what's up? So Caleb visited my website, clicked the Call Me Now button, and guess what happens? I get to talk to the person who's trying to schedule a home inspection, and I can walk them through it or answer any questions. I push them over the edge. I convert that site visitor into a client. There's no way this person is going to leave my website and go somewhere else. because they have a button so I can call them immediately. And that's how it works. How much does it cost? Nothing. Actually, if you don't do it, it costs a lot. Imagine how many jobs you miss simply because you don't have a button. Maybe there are other buttons out there. I don't know them. That's pretty neat. So you got to be an InterNACHI member, certified inspector, and use the Call Me Now buttons. It works. So having an attitude of positive anticipation also means you can pull up into a driveway of any home inspection and be totally confident you can do a great inspection and look forward to finding the defects that a certified master inspector would be able to find, right? For a while, I would say it was the first year or two, I was looking at the MLSs and just studying that thing and just freaking out before I pulled up into the driveway. But after your first 100 inspections, 200 inspections, after your first 5,000 maybe, it's fun to find those defects that a master inspector would find, right? If you don't know how to do that, if you don't know how to be a great inspector, well, we have the free online courses. And it's from on any topic. So if you are weak in, what did I study over? Oh, CSST, right? So if you're weak in that area, the flexible pipe, the corrugated stainless steel tubing, do you know where it should be bonded? Do you know the two types? It's got to be on the pipe or the fitting. You know where it goes? If you're weak on that, right? No big deal. Go to our electric course or other resources that we have, provided by the only accredited home inspector college in the world. That's InterNACHI.edu, InterNACHI.edu. You can go there now. Third factor in the math is preparation. Being totally prepared. For example, I finished my inspection day by prepping for my next day's jobs. I prep my inspection vehicle. I charge all my devices. I prep my inspection report, which is on my phone as well. Type in the address or whatever you need to do. And I rehearse my clients' names and their agents' names. Some are difficult to pronounce, so that my first impression is the best. And I prepare myself to speak to my clients on their terms and the terms of how they're going to benefit from my home inspection service today. I prepare to meet my clients' needs, fulfill their desires, address their concerns, and make sure they understand the quote unquote story of their house. I tell a story of their house, which includes the current condition of their house, right? I'm not there. That's how I believe I was so successful. With a smile, I don't care what the condition is. I simply tell this story with a smile of the condition of the home. It could be a hole in the roof, and I come down to my client with a big smile on my face, and I tell the story of the house. Not that they have now a serious problem and they can't move in. It's almost as if I told the story of them living in the house. They own the house. I'm assuming they're going through the closing and they're coming into the house and have to address this problem. Why? Because when it rains, it leaks. How are you going to get it fixed? Well, you need a local roof inspector or a roof contractor, right? Where are you going to get one? Well, you're probably an agent, right? You have an agent right now who has a handful of roofing contractors, right? And I force them to think about solutions as a homeowner in their new home. I think that's what I did. I told the story of the home instead of going in and providing a list of things that could really screw things up for you if you don't get them addressed. So I told the story of the house, and they have an opportunity to get the defects fixed prior to moving in if they negotiate. There's a couple ways to do that. But basically, it was their home, and I told the story of their home. So I prepare to make sure each of my clients win. I work, they win, because I prepare. And the fourth factor is value. It's my favorite factor. You have to have undeniable, overwhelming professional value perceived by your client. If you don't, or if you do, then they're willing to pull out a credit card so fast. So that's the kind of position I want to be in when I answer the phone, that they know that they're going to be overwhelmed with value. I basically just have to say yes. Because if the perceived value is greater than the cost, it's a good decision. Provide so much much value that your clients are willing to provide 5-star customer reviews for everyone to see. Ideally, those reviews would be video selfies of clients who testify on your behalf. I'm not sure if there's anything more value than a video testimonial from a client, a recent client. Informal, off the cuff, directly from them. They know how to do selfies. All you have to do is ask them, right? Like Brody said, just ask your client to help you. They'll know what to do. And in step 3 of the masterclass at that URL, we teach you how to get Google reviews, how your business reviews appear next to your listings in Google Maps and search, how to request views from clients with a short URL that's specific to your business, and how to remind your clients to leave reviews. And be sure to reply to reviews to build trust and verify your business so your information is eligible to appear on Google Search and Maps and other services, because only verified businesses can respond to customer reviews. So check out the masterclass and click down to that section in step 3. So in the end, we want you to deepen your belief, build your attitude, make time to prepare, and deliver fantastic professional value that overwhelms your clients so they have no other choice but to hire you. And then you can be confident and assertive in your business. Not knowing what you should say or what you should do is the root of lacking confidence. So gaining in the knowledge of something is very important. It's very easy to do when you're a member of InterNACHI, because we have everything you need to know, everything you need to be successful all in one place at nachi.org/everything, and also in the masterclass. So I encourage you to be assertive in your words and your actions. Have the goal to be more confident, decisive, certain, and positive. Assertive is a marketing strategy and a style of business that we see in successful people. And here's the simple math for success as a home inspector. Belief plus attitude plus preparation plus value is success. One last tip that I keep hearing that's missing from a lot of businesses is follow-up. I just purchased something online, and I got a follow-up from that vendor on my phone. I was surprised. I was really shocked. They called me to see how it's going. So for most home inspectors, they never follow up. They do a home inspection, and they never speak to that client. That's insane. That's like no one ever eating at their favorite restaurant more than once. Many inspectors have a gold mine of potential repeat clients, and they choose not to ever speak to them. They never provide them with consistent, valuable information. Home inspectors assume that their clients will never need them more than once, and that's an incorrect assumption. Following up is about being a consistent value provider. Communicate value on a consistent basis using your social media channels. One of the easiest, cost-effective, high return on investment things you can do is to give each client a home maintenance book. I love those home maintenance books. InterNACHI has home maintenance books that help inspectors keep in touch with clients. So just order a free copy. Ask for a free copy today, nachi.org/now. And that's why I wanted to share. And the coaching sessions are all about asking questions and sharing and answering questions. So anybody have a question? What do you want to talk about? How's business? Joseph? You got to turn on your microphones if you want to talk. Can we test that? Can somebody turn off their microphone and say something? Let's see. No good? Okay, Aaron, hold on.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it said the host wouldn't allow you to unmute yourself.
Okay. I clicked the button and now you should be able to.
Okay, good. I have some questions, if I may.
Yeah.
I've been saving these questions all week. Actually, I wanted to ask some questions about the membership. You're saying that NACHI has all these great resources for us and everything, but the majority, do we have to be certified to get, in regards to the insurance and the security and that Call Me one, you have to be certified for those?
Yeah, like for the Call Me Now buttons, we only want people to call inspectors, certified inspectors, not just any member, because we have members who are like real estate agents and teachers and things like that. So we don't want people scheduling jobs with teachers and real estate agents. So you have to be a certified home inspector, and there's 6 steps to becoming certified. And if folks who are already here are certified, you can maybe comment on how different.
And then the marketing, you say that they can help us with logos and getting ready for websites and all that. Can we start working on that now while I'm working on the certification with the marketing department?
But you won't receive the materials until you're certified. So
right, but I can start working with them on that, right?
Heck yeah, because it takes a while. Yep, good question. Yeah, so go ahead. You got it. Ask to unmute. Matthew.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Ben. Good morning to you. I want to let you know that we all certainly appreciate the time that you commit to us doing this, and I think I say it for everybody. We're certainly looking forward to the convention next month.
Yeah.
So I had a quick question regarding those of us inspectors who are pursuing the marketing of the pre-listing inspections. Another discussion another day. Certainly see a lot of value in that. However, I did have a question about how, from your opinion, from your professional opinion, how would you go about marketing the buyback program to clients that you're also marketing pre-listing inspections to?
Right. Are there open homes or open houses in your area?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Really? I got to do that every time? I got to ask you to unmute every time?
Here we go. Yeah, sorry about that. So currently, we are beginning to see a few of them come back. It's still kind of hit or miss. It's certainly more virtual tours than in person.
Yeah. Because the open houses, from what my experience is, those are the new real estate agents, and those are the ones who are always really impressed by something, always impressed by somebody talking to them for one thing. But then if you mention the buyback program, they just can't believe it. So I would, that's kind of like, I always think of boxing. So marketing is sometimes not like boxing. So boxing is you have a plan to last 10 rounds or whatever, right? I mean, you come out with this long-term plan. If you can knock somebody out, you go for it, right? Marketing is basically not like boxing. Marketing is like a street fight. You got one punch to hit the guy in the face, right? And knock him out. So I would come out with your strongest thing. If you're talking to any real estate agent or potential home seller or home buyer, and the buyback program is pretty darn good, because it kind of explains things, and we have rack cards, and it's a nice logo. And I would start thinking about what is your greatest 3 punches to knock somebody out as fast as possible. And your website should be kind of like the same too, and in all of your marketing. Your biggest punch for the dollar is probably the buyback program, I would say. I mean, everybody is really, we haven't had any problems with it, and everyone's really impressed by it, and it works. And you can go online and search for the homes that we buy, and it's always a win-win-win for any agent, because when a client comes in and they have a problem with the house, and we buy it back, we use the same agents in the same transaction. So everyone's kind of happy with that. I mean, who knows best? Who's the second person in line interested in buying that house? That's the same real estate agent. So it goes kind of quick. So they're happy to sell that house one more time. So
I definitely agree. A lot of value seen in it from both
yeah.
agents and buyers. But I guess what I was really trying to hone in on here is how I would go about pushing the idea of the buyback guarantee to sellers if I'm really focusing on performing pre-listing inspections.
Right. Well, sellers, I handle, maybe others can comment, but sellers I handle differently, right? So you want to make sure that those sellers, almost every seller for me was a new client because people didn't really move very far. But that was when I was doing home inspections. Now it's a little bit different. So back when I was doing home inspections, I treated them very differently. And I don't think you have to figure out what you can do with the buyback. For me today, I would offer the buyback for their next home. And I would use Move-In Certified for pre-listing inspections. Move-In Certified puts my report in buyer's hands, basically, because I have copies essentially online or physical copies of my inspection report that I do for the house that's being sold. And people come by or virtually see my report and they go around to the next home that they want to buy, that they're interested in buying. And there's where the buyback program can be applied. It's for really buyers. Move-In Certified is for sellers and for real estate agents. I mean, you want to tell a real estate agent that I'll come in, and if you don't want me to write the report because it's a legal document, no big deal. I'll just tell you what a certified home inspector is going to find when you have a buyer show up to the front door with a home inspector. Let me solve those problems right now for you. So it's a different conversation for me. I think it is for sellers and for buyers, but maybe other folks here in the group can comment on that. How do you use buyback for pre-listing or sellers?
Thank you, Ben.
Yeah. Everyone staying healthy?
Yeah. I got a few questions, man. I have a whole list right here.
Go, Joseph. Go.
Okay. You can call me Joe. Joseph's when I'm in trouble.
Okay.
You're a friend, so you can call me Joe. I have a few questions. In regards to I had a question I just had. It was the testing, the inspector test that you guys provide. I was under the impression, I might be confused a little bit. I read a little bit more, but I wanted to get your opinion on it. That the test that NACHI provides, will that test be recognized as a licensed inspector? I'm in California. California only needs certification. But now, do I have to take the national test again to be, like an official home inspector for the country or whatever?
California hasn't formalized anything for licensing yet, right?
You're right, but no, they haven't. But will California recognize NACHI certification once I pass the test?
Right. So most states do not recognize InterNACHI's online home inspector exam. What they will do is grandfather any certified home inspectors. So become certified through InterNACHI, which requires you to take our online home inspector exam. Mm-hmm. And then most states will usually open up a window for grandfathering for those existing certified, trained, qualified, competent home inspectors to become almost easily licensed or recognized as licensed or something like that, right? They'll use your certifications or existing certification. So it's important in California and all unregulated states to become certified just in case, they...
Well, see, California requires for you to be certified, but if they say just be certified and then I got certified by NACHI, are they going to recognize NACHI certification?
Yeah, that's what usually happens. It's in every state. I can't think of any other exception. They usually recognize an existing certification and qualification from a national.
And then I have another question in regards to the testing.
Yep.
The way NACHI scores those tests.
Yep.
I took the test like 3 or 4 times already, and I was getting a little bit upset because I keep failing it, right? And I have a lot of experience in building, and I keep getting these scores. I'm like, well, wait a minute. I'm looking. I'm getting like 80, 70, 65, and every, different ones. But then I'm getting failed. I'm like, well, wait a minute. Why am I failing? And then I read something that you guys take into a psychological aspect and put it into the scoring. Is there any way I can get a full breakdown on that scoring? Because it's like almost impossible to pass it.
At the end of the exam, it should tell you where you're strong and where you're weak.
Right. I understand that. And it's like a marketing thing because like it said, okay, well, you're low in this. We offer you these classes and here, take this class and that class. That's fine. You guys get great marketing. That's great. But it's like every time, okay, well, I passed that part. They told me I was weak at. Now this week, you're going to tell me I'm low in this part. And I can't never get over that hump.
So we
Is
tell
there
you,
any way that breaks it down for me?
so we tell you to go to that course where you're weak, because the questions on the home inspector exam are pulled from the final exam of the course. In fact, all of the questions from the home inspector exam come from all of our home inspector courses.
Okay.
So we identify where you missed in the exam. Any of those questions, and those same questions are in the course.
Is it identifying me personally? Let's say, for example, I did roofing.
Yeah.
And when I did the final exam in roofing, I kind of messed up a little bit, but I finally passed. Now I'm going to go take the inspector test. When I'm taking that test, is it prepared for me in the roofing, majority of the roofing, because I had a hard time in roofing? Or is it all just like one template of a test for everybody?
You should see similar, if not exactly the same questions. So if you did well in the roof final exam, like 100, you should blow through the roof section on the home inspector exam.
I see how it is now. Now I see the way you guys have it set up. I'm gonna do it right after this webinar. I'm just doing pass it. Yeah. I know what it is now. But I was just wondering if there was like a breakdown and it sets me up for my classes. That would be great because if I was weak in this area, and boom, right in those classes. Don't let me go anyplace else until I pass where I'm weak at.
That's right. They are related. They are definitely related. So if you take the online inspector exam, which you got to take every 3 years, and you're weak in something, we'll tell you exactly where you should go and practice. Practice on the quiz questions and practice on the final exam. You don't even have to take the course again. Just practice on the quiz questions and the final exam questions over and over again, and then go back to that home inspector exam. And
okay, one more question about the test. Okay, so because I've taken it 3 or 4 times already and I keep failing because of all those things, right? When I do pass it after this webinar, when I start working in California because of the limited certification, do they go back and see my scores? Because I've seen some places where people are able to go into my education and see what my education I have.
Nope, it's confidential. That's privileged information only to you. Even staff have restrictions on what information they can see. So it's highly confidential. No one gets to see your grades. They can request a transcript, and it's really up to you. We even have certificates that you can download without the score or with the score. So it's really up to you.
I don't want to seem incompetent where I took the test 25 times and I couldn't pass it. Why am I going to hire this guy?
Yep. No one sees your failures. No one sees that. You can fail as many exam questions and exams as possible. You can mess up totally, and no one sees any of your faults.
I won't fail no more. Believe that. And I'm just surprised you said grandfather, Ben, because most of your training courses you said you don't like the word grandfathering.
That's right. That's right.
You don't. So I'm surprised you said that.
We're slowly trying to correct our terminology.
Okay. One more question. I don't mean to be.
Hit it, Joe.
I was watching your video. I don't know if it was your most recent one about roofing. I don't know who did the graphics on that with the music and everything. That was kind of, I don't know. You mentioned that most of your videos, only videos you didn't show, the training are for asphalt tile because the country, 3/4 is all asphalt. I'm in California, Palm Springs, the desert, and it's all clay tile, Spanish tile. You didn't have any of those videos or any training in those specific tiles? Because I broke my back on those tiles 10 years ago. I did. That's why I'm retired.
I'm going to write myself. I'm writing myself a note for that. We do have really good training for tile roofs.
That's
excellent,
what I need.
Excellent training. It's not a majority of the focus of the roof course, but we have other roof courses, and we go into detail of all different types of roof covering materials.
Is that
from
the 10
slate.
steps?
Yep.
Is
So
that the 10
I'm
steps
writing
video?
myself a note. I'm sorry?
Is that the 10 steps video you did?
No. Nope. Joe, why don't you email me, or if anybody wants to know where that other roof inspection training materials are for all types of roof coverings, you can email me, ben@internachi.org, and I'll send it back to you. But I'm writing myself a note to talk to the ed team to insert more varieties of roof coverings in the roof course, including Joe's tiles.
I got one more question.
Okay.
Okay. When I worked as a contractor, you have to be bonded, insured, and stuff like that. Now things are getting really strict and everything. To become a home inspector, are there restrictions from, let's say, your background 20 years ago or whatever, stuff like that? Are there restrictions?
If you have, I want to be delicate. If you have like personal confidential restrictions, you can email our attorney and it will be bumped up to me eventually and we can talk.
Yeah, because there's something I want to sell myself because I have experience in that, but it might hinder me. It's like a double-edged sword.
If you have any concerns about your qualifications, your history, dumb things I did when I was 18, other things like that, you can just email me or our attorney. You probably don't have his email. Just email me and we can gather together and talk about it.
You answer, so I'll email you.
Yep.
Okay, I'm done, guys.
I'm interested in, though, Brittany, thanks for joining. I just want to know what your goals are and how InterNACHI can help, and what are you planning on doing? I think I clicked ask to unmute. There you go.
I'm going to answer in 1 sec. My baby's here crying, so I'll answer in 1 sec. Let me get him away.
Okay. No problem. No problem. Who else has any questions? Who's new? Who's new to the coaching session?
Video.
Is it pronounced Manjunath?
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good. Good to see you, sir.
Yeah.
Follow a book. I need to
I
follow.
am from last 11 years.
Los Angeles?
I am from Maryland.
Where's that?
Maryland. I am from Maryland.
Oh, Maryland. Okay. I thought LA. Is anybody from California? How are the fires?
Ooh, it's burning.
Burning?
They're burning.
Yeah. I saw some nasty pictures.
They're feeling the smoke effect in Washington, D.C.
Yes.
Can you believe that?
Yeah. Yep. Well, I'm in Colorado and we have our own fires too. Any other questions? Oh, Brittany's back. Oh, ask to unmute. I have to fix this. Ask to unmute.
Okay. Hey, Ben.
Hi.
Yes. So, hey, everyone as well. I'm here because I was already doing some things within real estate. And then I came across some home inspection information and noticed for one that there's not very many women doing this, or I don't see very many women doing this. Yep. So I kind of want to get in there and, represent for the ladies here and do good jobs. Like show homeowners that women can do just as good as a job as you all as men as well. So just kind of, you know, create a lane for us as well.
Yeah. I think you have an advantage.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, I don't know if it's not the right thing to say, but most of the real estate agents that I came across were women. And so what I tried to do was not be this like big, I'm 6'3", 240 pounds, this big masculine guy, you know. I tried to like soften things up. That's why we changed our name to Peach Inspections. Peaches are like soft and fuzzy and sweet and all that stuff, right? It was effeminate. It was a way to connect to people that I keep bumping into. There are millions of female real estate agents. So that's what we try to do. I mean, even our covers, we used to put our inspection reports in peach colored covers, you know, just to be more soft and not so aggressive.
Yeah.
And so if you and I were competing in the same market, I would have a disadvantage. So you should take advantage of that. Just kick butt with that. You will have an ability to connect in ways that I would never be able to do. So you have a huge advantage on just being able to communicate.
I'm excited. Thank you for all that you are teaching us as well. Thank you.
Oh, thanks. No problem. Anyone else have a question or a comment?
Ben, can you hear me?
Jim, yes.
Yes, I have a question. I've got a couple of certifications. I got some mock inspections to do, and it's going really well. But just a couple questions I had. I'm trying to finalize some of the other things, getting the DBA and all of that good stuff. Mainly, it's I've looked at the E&O insurance a little bit. Just as a basic, do we need to be like an LLC bonded and an E&O? Is that a recommendation?
I didn't understand the question. Do you have to be an LLC and have E&O? Is that what you asked?
I'm just wondering if we need to get the E&O insurance and also have a separate bond, and is it recommended to be an LLC?
Okay, so LLC is a limited liability corporation. It's a type of corporation. It's very common for a home inspector to start an LLC. What you don't want to do is be a sole proprietor, because everything that you are and own is at risk in a lawsuit. You want to protect, you want to limit your liability. So it's an LLC. You want to start that. And no insurance company is going to insure you as a sole proprietor. So you have to start a corporation. So you might as well ask your local business attorney to start a LLC. You can do it on LegalZoom for $50 if you wanted to, but it's nice to talk. And then go to your go to your insurance company and show them that you are incorporated in your state, and then talk about protecting yourself. You can do general liability and E&O. E&O is errors and omissions. If you really screw something up, gross negligence or something like that, and someone sues you for that, that can protect your house, essentially, the most important thing. And general liability is like, everybody should have that. If somebody steals tools out of my truck on a job, it's covered. So just talk to your real estate, sorry, I keep saying that. Talk to your insurance agent. InterNACHI has an insurance program that recognizes InterNACHI members and certified inspectors, and provides special pricing and discounts. You may want to take a look at that program. So those are those things. I had a local business attorney because they reviewed all of our documentation. They reviewed I had partners. They even reviewed our corporate structure, and they got familiar with who we are and what we do, and all of our reports were reviewed in the language, so that when a problem ever arose and somebody wanted to file a claim or sue us, they were already familiar with what we do at my company, and they sent out a letter that usually squashed the complaint and made it go away. Although I have been sued. I have been pulled as a home inspector in small claims a few times. And I've always won because I had that local business attorney. They usually know the local judge and the magistrate in the local area, and they also know the other attorneys. So if you have a neighbor who's suing you, right, because their dishwasher leaked 50 days after the inspection, and they find an attorney, my attorney usually knows that other attorney, and they get on the phone and they chuckle a little bit and they figure out a solution, resolution. So it's really, I keep saying this to a lot of home inspectors. You got to have a local business attorney. They're really expensive, but you don't use them all the time, just for a few hours. And then you're set up. And I like that. There's another reason I like going into a home inspection without having to worry, because I already have everything all set up. If things go bad, I've got all of my tools. I'm ready to go to defend myself. And one of them is starting off right with an LLC and getting your insurance and your local business attorney on your side.
Okay,
I've
perfect.
got a
Thank you.
question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Two things actually. One is the marketing department. When they design your logo, is that your logo forever and you keep it, or is that something you all still control?
That's your logo forever.
Okay. And then the second thing is, I know in the some inspectors.
John, just wanted to follow up with you, John.
Yeah.
We have sometimes consumers complaining that your logo says InterNACHI's certified, and then people drop out of certification with InterNACHI. So you have to maintain your certification.
Right.
That's the only thing. So
Okay.
if someone complains, a consumer complains that you use an InterNACHI certified logo and you're not certified, it goes to me, it goes to our legal counsel, and they send out a notice and all that other stuff. So that's all that is.
No worries. And then the second question is, I know some inspectors show up an hour early to their inspections just to do the out exterior. Is that smart to do?
That's been
as far as legal aspect? I mean, because it's like you're just randomly showing up, and the realtor's not even there. No one's really there other than maybe the homeowner.
I think Joe has an answer. I have an answer too.
Yeah, that's Ben's big thing right there, to show up early. But it's suggested that talk to your client before you show up. Say, hey, you know what? I'm going to show up maybe an hour early or half hour just to get a feel of the house. Are you comfortable with that? This way, somebody knows that you're there on the property, and that's the best thing you can do. Show up, look around and stuff like that. Figure out what you're going to do, how are you going to do it, set up your, all that stuff. That's Ben's thing. That's the best thing you can do. That's what I got from that. That's good stuff there. That's what I do.
The person who's scheduling, we were able to grow, and hire an office manager. And she also did our radon tests as well. But she would prep the listing agents with the owner that somebody might show up about a half hour early or so. Hour is probably a little early for an 8 o'clock job, not going into a vacant home, for sure. I love showing up early. Where I come from, you show up on time late. So, we like to show up early. And the other tip that I had, probably Joe even knows, is that we wore on our backs inspector, so that when we showed up early, especially in a morning job, no one shot us for robbing the place. So I wanted everybody to know I was the inspector, right? And I was the building inspector. Hey, what are you doing? I'm the building inspector. Oh, okay. So I love showing up early because, geez, the first thing I do is go up on the roof and inspect the roof, and you ain't coming up with me. And if I can do it in 15 minutes without disturbing anybody inside, heck yeah, I'm gonna do that, because I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna tell you exactly what's going on with the roof, and then we can
answers already.
Yeah. Legally, it's just permission from the homeowner to do that, and that's through their legal representative. So the agent. If you tell the agent, I'll be there early, you're covered. Anybody else? That's a good question. I like that.
Yeah, I had a question about the House of Horrors. I think I saw
Yeah.
one of your videos. It was going to be online. Is that happening? Like where we can do?
Yeah, we're gonna try. Yep, they're closed. We close them down just until we feel it's safe for everybody and everyone's comfortable, and asking staff to like host the House of Horrors. So we have some videos online. We're going to make some more videos and allow people, no matter where they are, to walk through the House of Horrors. I think that'd be really neat. I like 360. It's a little difficult for people to understand how it works, 360 videos, but it's kind of cool. I don't know if you've ever put on like an Oculus 360 virtual reality goggle thing. It's pretty amazing. But that is the unfortunate thing. They're really cool houses of horrors. We have a third one being built. There's one in Colorado, one in Florida, and one in Pennsylvania being built. It should be done, well, hopefully before winter, for sure, opening in spring. And then that'll be another place that we can't visit until this is all over somehow. So I don't know.
Hopefully we could get one here in Georgia. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Every
West Coast. Nachi, excuse me, I'm sorry. Not to provide, but they did the 5-day course, the hands-on course.
Yeah.
And I know you guys stopped it because of COVID and all that stuff. Are you guys going to start it again, or maybe somewhere on the West Coast? And if not, if you do start it again, you guys provide the discount for lodging and all that stuff then over there for like 2 weeks?
Yeah. So we do provide discounts when you come. Let's say students in the past who have come to the 5-day class in Colorado, we have discounts and special deals. And we actually recognize people who travel the most. And, we try to take care of everybody. The actual fee that you pay for our 5-day class goes right to your instructors. You can ask them because they're doing that for the money. And they're doing that because they've been asked by us to teach. InterNACHI.
Well, I'm not going to do it because I'm going to.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And so
I just wanted to know that was.
We have training partners.
Yeah, well, come on over.
Yeah, we have training partners all over the world. I'm trying to get a training partner in Italy so I can go over and prepare for their classroom, maybe on the beach somewhere, maybe in Rome or something like that. Yeah.
Ben, what would you say? I wanted to do like an apprenticeship, if you will, like shadow a home inspector before I get started.
Yeah.
But what is the way to go about that? Like I was just gonna call a couple people and like maybe offer to pay them for letting me shadow. But is there a certain way to kind of go about doing that?
Can't do that.
Yeah, a lot of people hesitate. A lot of inspectors hesitate because they don't want to train their competition. That's the trick. I never had that. I never had that feeling. You can't imagine how many people just wanted to ride with me, and it was great. It's great to have a helper. It was great to talk to somebody, during a long day of inspecting about, the favorite thing I like to talk about is inspecting. And we actually didn't even ask for money, So you may find some certified master inspectors like that. And certifiedmasterinspector.org has a search engine. You can search for certified master inspectors in your area. We also have a mentoring program where the folks who are listed in our mentoring program have agreed to volunteer to help people. And if you ever come across a mentor, an InterNACHI mentor who's not willing to help, that's a violation. I want to kick them off. So the other thing, the third option is to use our search engine and find an InterNACHI inspector outside your market, maybe 15, 20 miles, and ask them, hey, can I come along and I promise to, with a handshake or something, be your backup. If you have an overflow or you can't make it on a Sunday morning, or if you have a 5,000 square foot house and you're willing to pay me for my time, you can always call on me and vice versa. I always had friendly competitors. Steve Mento, I still remember him. Steve Mento would always get my extra overflow and he would love it because I was doing all the marketing. And the phone would just ring off the hook, and I couldn't do a Sunday job. I couldn't do 4 jobs on Sunday. So he would take at least one of them. It's always good to have a good relationship like that, and maybe a local chapter might help you as well. Chapter presidents usually are in a position to just volunteer their time, and they just don't care anymore because they're doing so well. It's hard to find them, though. I don't have a solution for you other than those tips there.
Brittany, there's if you have a local association, that's what I did when I first got into the business. Local associations will have typically, at least they do here where I am, have monthly meetings.
Okay.
Where you can meet other inspectors, at a restaurant, and they'll have a speaker.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know if that's how it is there. I'm in Texas.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna look into that. Thank you.
When I worked as a construction coordinator for a builder out here in the desert, my job was to go through, make sure the trades had everything done the way they were supposed to have things done. That was like before they would call it a home inspector. It was a building inspector, actually. And I would go in through the track, and I would have the guys, the laborers, say, "Hey, Joe, let me go with you, man. Let me see what you're doing." And they would just follow me all day long. Now that I started this home inspection thing with the title home inspection, my cousin is an inspector for the city, and I tag along with him, but I don't go into his truck or anything like that because of liability issues.
Yeah.
So I follow him around, see what he did. I said, man, I was doing the same thing. I was the liaison, but it's the same thing. Just find somebody who does that. They'd be more than happy to walk around with you. People want to brag.
Yeah, right. Okay,
you gotta make them feel power and high and everything, and then they'll do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Assertiveness, man.
Thanks, Joe.
Anyone else? Caleb, where are you from?
I am from Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I really loved to talk about was when I was a home inspector when I was 23. You look a little young.
Yeah, I just turned 35.
25, yeah. No one trusted me doing home inspections. Are you a home inspector now?
No, I'm about 75% done with the training.
Good. Yep, that was my big challenge. And it took a long time for people to understand that I knew a ton of information about houses and I can inspect anything. So that's one of your disadvantages. However, it's an advantage, like trying to find for Brittany something that would crush other inspectors in the market, is that you can connect with people your age. There's a lot of folks your age in the 20s, lower 30s, who are moving, new professionals, first-time home buyers, and you can connect better than I can. I'm 50 something, right? So using social media channels as well, right? I'm a bit of an old dog. I don't really learn new tricks very well, but you have that advantage. Connect with people who are of the same age as you, So don't get, I was in your boat being young and new, but don't get discouraged by that. Just wanted to.
Yeah. So I guess kind of to piggyback kind of what Brittany had said, I'm trying to find the best way to go about this and even just figure out if this is my career path.
Yep.
I'd thought about seeing if there's a way to join up with someone else, work for someone else, but I'm kind of figuring that's difficult in this industry, because why would you pay me when you can collect the full amount, But I kind of also at the same time don't want to waste the money if this isn't my career path on starting up my own business. But I think they say, 70 or 80% of people who graduate from start up their own business. Mm-hmm. Is there any advice that you would have in order to just kind of get my feet wet and just to verify, hey, before wasting all this money, is this kind of where I want to go? And any advice for that?
I would perform home inspections.
Yeah.
So perform home inspections on your own. Like do it 10 times. See how fast you can do it. See if you enjoy it. See if you enjoy finding problems, even if you've seen it 9 times before, and writing a report and then printing it out. And I don't know if you have anyone in your family or a close circle just to share what your house is about, right? Like telling a story, like I said before, right? See if you can actually tell the story and see if you enjoy it. I loved it. Before I was a home inspector, I was a builder. So I had that knowledge, and now it's all together. Now I'm inspecting things that other people built. That was really exciting to me. I couldn't stop. So I inspected my friends' homes and my family's homes, all for free. You know, it's just for practice. And then you can start expanding to like, oh, maybe you'll bump into a real estate agent and say, look, I'm new. I'm not gonna, you know, lie to you. I'm new and I'm looking to expand my business. I'm certified. I performed home inspections, but what I want to do is, you know, offer you an opportunity to get your own home inspected, right? And you and I can get to know each other. And if you don't want me to produce a report, that's okay. It's basically just offering and showing you how I perform a home inspection. It's really good the way I do it. So you have to just like expand a little bit. But I would inspect like crazy, any home, right? Any home.
Right.
And then I went out of my market area. So I was in the suburbs of Philly doing home inspections, and that's where we made all of our money. But to go through the school of hard knocks, we marketed to Philly downtown. And some of those neighborhoods are very difficult and challenging to inspect. So in a very short time, like less than a month, I got so experienced in performing home inspections on extremely difficult buildings that in a month, I was like a certified master inspector, right? I could inspect anything if I can do downtown Philly inspections, right? So there's a couple tricks to the trade. It's basically inspecting so many times that it doesn't matter anymore. You can talk to a real estate agent and say you're a master inspector, right?
So would it be well received? Another route that I thought about going, I know quite a few real estate agents in the area and kind of just barely outside of my area. Would it be well received to ask them if they have, you know, their inspectors that they typically use?
Yeah.
You know, get in contact with them and say, hey, can I follow you around? You know, you're outside my area, so you're not direct competition.
Yep.
Or would that kind of not be okay?
I think Aaron is shaking his head, and a couple others probably have comments, but my wife is a coach, and one of her tricks that she provides to her clients is that you go up to a real estate agent and you just say, I know that you have your favorite home inspector, but is there someone in your office who's looking for a home inspector who does weekend inspections? Because I perform weekend inspections. Or is there someone in your office who'd be interested in finding a home inspector who offers the buyback guarantee? So you kind of pitch to that real estate agent, but without talking directly to them and asking them for their business directly. Right. You kind of ask them, do you know somebody who needs a fantastic inspector like me?
Yeah, so I guess right now, since I'm not certified yet, just in order to practice and just kind of get a little of an experience prior to taking the national exam.
Yep.
Just kind of as a student, is that going to be something that would be okay?
Yeah, for sure.
I just don't want to overstep any bounds and kind of make a bad name for myself before I'm even certified.
Well, don't perform a fee-paid inspection.
Right, correct.
You're certified or licensed, or you feel confident enough, you know, you have your business and all that stuff. Don't take anybody's money, right? Until you feel like you can defend yourself if you're sued. As soon as you take someone's money, right, you're responsible. So I would just have an incredible amount of fun. Low investment. I mean, you could be a member of InterNACHI for $49 and get all the knowledge, right? And then you need you have abilities because you're a homeowner or you're in your place and you know how a window opens and closes and turn a thermostat on. So you need to develop those skills, which just takes some experience. You need a flashlight and a GSEI tester, and you're ready to roll. just to practice. You need software. And you got to crash and burn on your own with software. I did it on mobile devices. Some things just don't work. First client with new software just is disastrous unless you practice. So practice, 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 practice. That's my advice. Maybe someone else has advice. Does someone else have advice?
Yeah, can I say something real quick? I turned my camera off because I'm eating, but I wanted to say something about what he just mentioned about, you mentioned about doing practice inspections. This was suggested to me. It was a good idea. I did an inspection for my sister at her house. I did a full inspection with the report and everything, pictures, full report. But the agreement that NACHI has, the written agreement, it's a good idea. Even though you're not going to charge them, have them sign an agreement saying there's no charge. But in case you take this report and take it to the developer and say, look, this inspector found this, and then that developer turns around and tries to sue me, I'm not licensed. In the agreement, it says that I'm not licensed, and this is a no-fee inspection. You got to cover yourself in that agreement. It's good to have an agreement, even though it's a non-charge inspection.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm going to send you a copy of that, by the way, Ben.
Yeah.
Copy of that report.
Yeah. Cool, Joe.
Right.
All right, Joe, what do you think? You know, I have a home inspection training class, live, online, free, tomorrow night, 8:30 ET, Eastern, if you're all interested. But if you go to nachi.org/webinars, the online convention workshops, I won't be teaching any of the workshops. We got real teachers, right? And experts teaching. So I would sign up at nachi.org/webinars and look for the convention sessions. They're going to be really good. And it's coming up next month. So the convention sessions are in October. So I'd sign up for that.
Is next year convention going to come to California again?
Yeah, I signed all the agreements for the convention in 2021, all the hotel discounts, we're ready to roll. So
where is that going to be at?
Near Los Angeles, near LA.
Convention.
Just outside. Cool. It's called Ontario, California, not Ontario, Canada. It's called Ontario, California. And there's a huge Ontario, California convention. We got the whole thing. We reserved everything. Yep. It's like 100,000 square feet of space. It's just ridiculous. So if all goes well, we'll all be in California in October.
Can we start registering for that now?
No. The online convention first, and then after that, we'll open it up for registration for next year.
Okay.
We didn't want everybody confused. Am I going to California or am I going online? You know, so. Okay, y'all. That was a lot of fun. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You know, I love talking about home inspections to my favorite people, home inspectors. So anytime you guys want to do this again, I'm ready.
Where's that live inspection you're going to do?
A live home inspection class tomorrow night, 8:30.
Where?
Online. Online. It's just like this, but I review an inspection that I did, and we go over defects and we talk about business and all that other stuff. And I take questions.
Is that on nachi.org / how do I get there?
Webinars. nachi.org/webinars.
And it'll link me to the live one?
What's that?
It will link me to the live course you're doing tomorrow?
Yep.
At 5 o'clock, right?
It's 8:30 Eastern.
All right, so it's 5:30 my time.
It's Thursday night football, but I'm going to watch the football game later.
Well, Patriots, I see your Steelers back there, Ben.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's my Steelers scarf. They won their first game, so I'm all excited.
Yeah, they beat my Giants.
Yeah, easily. I'm so sorry.
Oh boy.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for coming. Bye, everybody. I'll see you later. Anytime you need me, email me, okay? Anytime you need me, just email me.
All right, thanks, Ben. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
All right, thanks.